7 things you should never do for a man. Even if you're madly in love with him, I understand how much you love him. No, you don't want to lose him. You might even be dreaming of a future editor. Imagining the house, the kids, the family. Maybe he's even proposed and you are ready to say yes to forever, but listen closely. There are 7 things you should never do for a man, no matter how strong your feelings for him may be, because some women who have done these things are now left regretting their decisions. Some have experienced painful divorces, others are single mothers. Want to struggle financially without a support system to help them get back on their feet, so before you continue, I urge you to watch till the end and reflect carefully. 1. Never give up your dreams and ambitions for a man. Let me tell you about a woman I spoke with not too long ago. She was in a long-distance relationship with a man who promised her the world. He made her believe that everything they both wanted could be completed there. So she made a life-altering decision. She sacrificed her education, her career, her dreams, all for him. She left her home country, prepared her traveling documents, and moved to be with him. They lived together for a while, but just when she thought she had everything, suddenly told her he wasn't interested anymore. She was never give up. Devastated, not only did she lose him, but she also lost her career, her education, and her financial independence. After being sent back to her country, she had nothing left. Not a degree, no job, no future to look forward to. She had put all her eggs in one basket, and that basket broke. Ladies, listen to me carefully. Any relationship that requires you to give up your dreams, your education, or your career is not the one for you. A man should come into your life to build you up, not to tear you down. If he doesn't support your goals, if doesn't want to see you grow and pursue your passion, then he is not the right person for you. You should never stop building yourself as an individual. Never give up your independence, your financial freedom, or your purpose just for the sake of a relationship. What if things don't work out? What if he leaves tomorrow? Your career, your education, and your ambitions are your power. Don't give. Never take up the willy roll them up too. Never take up the willy roll if you're just a girlfriend. This is one mistake many women make, and it's a dangerous one. I'm not saying you shouldn't help out in a relationship or show your love through acts of kindness, but the problem arises when you start acting like a wife before the man is committed to you fully. You didn't have to cook, clean, do his laundry, and take care of his home just because you are dating him. That is not your job until you've both made that lifelong commitment. I know some women feel that if they do all these things, the man will more likely to marry them, but in reality, it often works the opposite way. Some men will take advantage of your dedication, your love, and your loyalty without ever truly committing to you. Why hold you take on the welly duties when he hasn't even given you the title yet? There are countless stories of women who became overly invested in a relationship, treating their boyfriends like husbands only to realize they were left with nothing when the man walked away. Do not lower your self-worth. Never let a man use you to fulfill his needs without giving you what you deserve in return. 3. Never buy property in a man's name. This is an area where many women get trapped, especially in marriage. I understand that love Nakasai want to do everything for him, but when it comes to major financial decisions, make sure you're thinking with your head, not just your heart. He had a client who came to me for advice after her husband claimed ownership of all the properties she had bought using her own hard-earned money. The properties were in his name, and when they divorced, sold them all. When she took the matter to court, the documents were on his side, and unfortunately the court sided with him. Now she's left with nothing, no home, no car, no savings, and her ex-husband is happily traveling abroad with another woman. It's essential to maintain financial independence in a relationship. Even if you're married, always make sure to have assets in your name. This is not about being suspicious or mistrusting, but about protecting yourself in case things go wrong. When you don't have anything in your name, you risk everything. Always don't hurt someone because of your man. Secure your future. 4. Don't hurt someone because of your man. So many times love can cloud our judgment and we end up making poor decisions. A woman I know went through a difficult relations. Her boyfriend had major insecurity issues, and he told her to stop hanging out with her male friends. In an effort to keep the relationship intact, she started to block her friends and distance herself from anyone who hadn't eventually the relationship ended, and she was left with no friends, no support system, and a broken heart. Ladies, no man should ever come between you and your relationships with others, especially your friends. If your partner has insecurities, it's up to him to work in them. It's not your job to isolate yourself from others just to keep him happy. Don't sacrifice your friendships, your happiness, and your mental well-being for someone who isn't valuing you as you should be valued. Remember, relationships come and go, but your friendships and the people who care about you should always remain constant. 5. Don't have a child outside wedlock. This is one of the biggest risks a woman can take, and I know it's tempting. Some men will convince you that having a child will make him more committed. But that's not always the case. I spoke with a single mother who had 2 children from 2 different men. The first one promised to marry her, but before that happened, he convinced her to get pregnant. He kept promising her the world, but after she gave birth, he left there with nothing. Then she met another man, got pregnant again, and he did the same thing. Promised to marry her, but backed out later. Now she's left raising 2 kids, alone, struggling to make ends meet. It's a heartbreaking situation. And many women find themselves in the same predicament because they believed in promises that never materialized. Ladies, it's okay to wait for the right moment. If a man truly loves you, he will marry you first, and then you can start a family. Don't allow yourself to be manipulated into having children before you're ready, especially when you don't have the security of a marriage. Raising children is hard enough without being left to do it alone. 6. Don't lower your standard against your wish. This is a tough one, especially when you meet a man who seems perfect in so many ways. Maybe he's handsome, caring, and treats you well, but if he has issues that you promised yourself you'll never tolerate, like addiction, disrespect, or dishonesty, don't lower your standards for him. If he's not the man you've prayed for, then it's time to move on. A lot of women end up in unhealthy relationships because they think they can change their partner, but the truth is people don't change unless they truly want to. You either accept them as they are or you move on. Never settle for less than what you deserve, no matter how sweet or charming he is. 7. Never commit suicide because of a man. This is the most important one. No man is worth taking your life over if things don't work out. If he decides he no longer wants to be with you, it is not the end of your world. I know the pain feels unbearable at times, but your life is precious and you deserve to live it fully. No matter the challenges you face, a relationship ding is painful, yes, but it's not the end of your story. There are other men out there, and there are better things waiting for you. No man is worth losing yourself over. Please, if you ever feel like you're at your breaking point, seek help, talk to someone. Never make a permanent decision based on temporary pain. In conclusion, always prioritize their well-being, dreams, and self-respect. No man is worth sacrificing your happiness or security. Love should be about building each other up, not tearing each other down. Take care of yourself first, and remember, the best relationships are those where both partners are equally invested and supportive.